motherfucking goodie. This is Kimmy in the back with my tea of the day. Welcome to episode 76. Yes, day East, yes. And I told you I'll be back for part B. Let's get into it, guys. I'm gonna get into my trip to Mexico. It was for my 32nd birthday, and it was everything I needed. I definitely needed a break from this pandemic, from COVID, from work, from people. I definitely needed a refresh. And I'm so here for it. So I left on the 6th. And unfortunately, it takes 5 hours to get from New York to Phoenix. That was my one stop. And then from Phoenix to Mexico was not that long, but it was about a 2-hour ride. But it was just a delay that killed it. So it's like I got there 11:30 at night. So when I got to the hotel, I stayed at the Rio Santa Fe. And this place was amazing. It was so big. It was a huge resort. And I was just so amazed, so amused. It was just everything. So I got to my lovely room. I had my little patio overlooking a pool, my queen size bed, everything but a travel charger, a travel adapter. Because last year when I went to Costa Rica, I didn't need one. But when I looked at these outlets, I'm like, oh, okay. It still gave me a port to at least plug in the cord of the phone, so I try to utilize that. And then I made it to the taco stand. Those tacos was everything. It was so amazing. It was so good. It was so juicy. And their beer in Mexico is amazing. Like, it's definitely top shelf. It's definitely top of the market. When I had Indigo, I had Dixie or Dixo, and there was some other thing with a P. But there was definitely top shelf beers that I definitely enjoyed. Then Monday I definitely relaxed in the pool, got some suntan, took some pictures, and seen all the fine people in Mexico. I'm just relaxed. It was a beautiful day, and it was time to just relax and be about me, be about freeing yourself and being comfortable. And just like last year, this year was no different. I'm not the most comfortable with my body, but it was time for me to show my stomach and all. And it was just amazing to just be free and not care about the looks or the judgment or whatever could have been around me. It was just about me having fun with me and me embracing myself. Then Tuesday, I decided to sign up for my tours. And my first tour was an ATV. And if you know me, you should know I don't drive. I can't drive. I've been around the world about maybe 3, maybe 4 times. I didn't do horrible or bad at any of the time, but just not comfortable or confident in driving yet. Once I get that, it will be a lot better. So there was tours in front of me, and they were like camel rides, horse riding. No animals. I tried horseback riding last year, didn't work out so well for me. So I'm like, yeah, ATV, that sounds fun. That sounds exhilarating. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do something out of the box that I would never really do. So I chose ATV, and when it was my turn to get on the ATV, it was a big hill that we had to go down. And me not knowing how to drive, they were telling me to put it in gear and all these terms that they was using. And I looked at what he was doing, at the instructor, what he was doing, and I thought I understood it until it was my turn. Maybe I should have never been the last one to drive out. That could have freaked me out. But, yeah, I got freaked out. But I still wanted to go on a trail and do everything that the ATV experience was supposed to be. So I had someone drive me. And the sights, the desert, it was just amazing to look at. We got to look at the Pacific Ocean. It was an amazing time. And we got to look at just the waves and the water coming towards us, the lovely rocks that they had. I took a picture with a antique, I would say like Mexican antique statue, and like he gave me like, you know, like the Mayans type of thing. Yeah, but it was everything. And then after that, I had some tequila tasting, and the tequila was just, it was amazing. It was heavenly. I had a chocolate one. I had a few flavors, and yeah. After that, what did I do? I think I went back to the pool, and then I relaxed for the rest of the day till it was dinner time. I definitely had my meals in. Their food was definitely good. It was like Americanized. Like, I wanted Mexican food. I wanted original Mexican food. So, on Wednesday, I got that. Because at the resort, it was it was good food. But it was more Americanized food, and with COVID, of course, you had to wear your mask. And they had to serve you. So, the people who was working at the resort served us buffet style still. And it was still enough people. It wasn't overly crowded, but it was still crowded. It still had enough people, so I definitely stood away and social distanced myself and tried to stay in a hotel, in a room, when I felt like I needed to, just to get away from people, because there were so many. And then, Wednesday, I did a tour. I did one of my first city tours. And this city tour was beautiful. Mexico is like one of the most beautiful countries I've been in so far. And I stayed in the resort within Del Cabo, St. Lucas. And I visited Todos de Santos and Los Cabos, San Jose del Cabos. 3 amazing cities within Mexico, within the perimeter. And it gave me like city life, but then it still gave me like country like, but like a mix of both worlds, which was great for me. And during this tour, I got to understand and see how pearls are made and how they come from oysters, and actually got a few pearls to take home, which was wonderful. The jewelry in there was to die for. It was very pretty. It was very colorful and playful, and that was cute. Then I got to see the famous arch. If you go to Mexico, if you go to Los Cabos, you have to see the arch and the water. It is so beautiful how the rocks connect, but it's a empty middle. That's the arch that you have to see. And then we go on a boat ride, which is amazing. going to like the Pacific Ocean, seeing an arch, and then we was in like a see-through water boat. So when we got to a certain part of the ocean, it was so beautiful to see all the different colors and different sizes fish that there was. And I definitely took a lot of pictures of the fish. It was just so beautiful. It was definitely a moment that I want to be led. The only thing I didn't like about it was I kept getting wet because of the water, because of how the boat was made and how high the waters are. I was getting wet, but it was a nice day. It was hot outside. Perfect tour. And then I got to get some more tequila tasting at a local, I would say, yeah, it was like a local tourist area. And I got some more tequila. Like, Mexico, you already know you're going to get drunk. You're going to have any type of line of tequila. And it's going to be amazing. Here, during the tour, I definitely got to have some authentic Mexican food. Maybe not as authentic as I wanted it to be because I didn't know what it was, but I heard chicken fajita. I knew what a fajita was, so I went with that. The fajita was amazing. The tortillas was just one of the best tortillas I've had. And then the dip that they gave you wasn't too spicy, but it had a hint of spice in it, but it was like the good spice to die for. The best beer I had there. I had the authentic band of Mexican men playing for me. That was amazing. That was dope. I seen these beautiful birds, the colorful birds, like Tropicanas. And it was so beautiful to hear. And then I seen like the whole family of them. Wednesday was an amazing day. And then it was my birthday on Thursday. And I woke up in Mexico. Like, not many can say they wake up in a different country on their birthday. It was an amazing feeling. My outfit was to die for. The majority of the time, it wasn't as hot as I wanted it to be, but I was definitely showing some thighs. I was definitely showing some legs. It was mostly cut up jeans. I did wear shorts like twice, besides when I was in the pool. My Thursday, I had 2 tours that I went on. The first tour was definitely another city tour, but it was the Todos de Santos tour. And Todos de Santos was amazing. It was so beautiful. I seen a Catholic church in Todos de Santos, and then I seen a Catholic church in San Jose de Cabos. Both churches was just amazing. It was so big. It was just wow. It doesn't beat the church necessarily I seen in Costa Rica, but these churches was just massive. The first one I couldn't go in, but the second one, I was able to go in. I was able to look at the pulpit and look at just the different sceneries. I got rained on in Todos de Santos, which was okay because I wanted to play games throughout the day. I seen this woman start quilting a blanket with this machine where like she's putting the thread through and then she's using her foot to start threading it with how her hand worked. It was just amazing to see. The pieces that she had in the store was so beautiful. And they had blankets, they had sheets, they had face masks. They had a mixture of everything. And it was just beautiful to see. And then I went to another jewelry store that showed pearls. I did see a few sea lions when I was on the boat tour, the first boat tour. And then it came to the tour guide. And his curiosity. his curiosity killed the cat. And I was able to get what I needed for my birthday. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too rated R. But just know I had some fun in the mountains. And then later on that evening, I went on this amazing other boat tour. It was like Party City, the music they was playing was everything. Before I get there, this other restaurant, I went to another hotel, California hotel, and the food was to die for. I had some penne and vodka, pasta with some shrimp. I had me a mojito, and the music was just jamming. It was playing the oldies, it was playing the newies. It was just a moment. Just relaxing underneath a tent in the rain. And then we get to the second boat tour. It's called the Sunset Tour for a reason. I've seen the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen in life. It was magical. It was really something I look forward to. I'm happy I witnessed that. I'm happy I lived in that moment. And just enjoyed. I looked out on the ocean. Looked out at the sea. Looked at the arches and then just the different buildings and homes. And just to be out on that water. Enjoying the sunset. Drinking God knows what. Was just everything for me. And that ended my trip because on Friday morning I was heading back to New York, back to the real world, back to work. Mexico was definitely an experience I will never forget. It was definitely different because of COVID. So not everything was open, not all the tours was available. I definitely will go back to Mexico. I have other things in mind, a place that I need to go or want to go. But I definitely have to revisit Mexico. I might have to revisit De Cabo, St. Lucas. But I definitely want to do Cancun. And I definitely want to do one like closest to Cancun. So Mexico, you would definitely see me again. And I cannot wait to see the dolphins in Mexico. But I was happy because I've seen some sea lions. And those are so beautiful creatures. Thank y'all for listening. It was amazing. Y'all should definitely go. Thank you for listening to King with the C channel. Episode 76. Yes. Laters.